Hey guys, how you doing? Thanks for tuning in to another I Am the Mama Mantra vlog. This one is special because it is my first top 5 good things list for the month of December. As promised, I delivered. Let me get to the list first and then I can say that I delivered. So the theme for this week's top 5 list is things that have made a difference in my life over the last year. If you've been reading the blog since its inception, or if you're a family member or a friend of mine, you will know how much I really love this first thing. It is I'm just going to show you one of mine. Don't mind it. It's clean, but it's the Kubi bra. I feel so weird showing my bra. Okay. The thing is, when I was first nursing little B, I never liked the idea of having to be in public and struggling with a nursing bra. It actually did give me a lot of anxiety thinking about going out and having to nurse little B and having to deal with this stupid clasp on these stupid bras. And also, they're just ugly. So my sister-in-law last year, around this time, told me about the Kubi bra. She lent me one of hers and I have not looked back. The straps are elastic, as is just the fabric all over. So when you're in public, you're just able to pull it down really fast and discreetly underneath the shirt. It's just, you don't have to deal with any clasp, you don't have to draw any extra attention to yourself, basically. Also, I love it because it has padding in the front. And as a nursing mom or a pregnant woman or as a woman in general, you know that bras that have padding, it's a good thing. They recommend you hand wash them, but I just throw it in the laundry because really, who has time to hand wash anything when you have a kid? It's a bit higher at the front, so if you're wearing a low V-neck shirt, chances are you're going to see it, but it can look like just a camisole underneath the t-shirt if you get it in a fun color. So yeah, Kubi bra, I highly recommend them to, not just to new moms, but to women who want to try something new when it comes to their undergarments. So there you go. The second thing that made a difference in my life was anything that I could put a little portion of food into and throw in a bag. As Libby got older and she got better at eating meals, I really only needed a smaller container or a small amount of food to keep her occupied, when we went out to dinner. There are these plastic bead cases, and you can get them at the dollar store for $1. I think a pack of 8 comes at $1. I have them with a blue lid and a pink lid. The smaller ones are great because I just have it in my purse and I forget that it's there. And I just pull it out and I can just feed her Cheerios until one at a time until the food comes. Those little travel food containers are really handy. Oh yeah. Another thing that works all the time, coffee. So on that same line of food, Catherine from Social Common introduced me to the amazing Amy Brown from Baby Brain Organics. So Baby Brain Organics is a blend of ground up seeds and proteins like quinoa. It has all the extra protein, all those extra nutrients and stuff. So it's like giving your child's food an extra boost of nutrients that they might not be getting because they're a picky eater. One of the things that I do love about it is that it is so fine that it can act as sort of like a flour. So when you're making things like pancakes or muffins, you can always cut out a little bit of what they suggest in flour and add Baby Brain Organics instead. That's what I do. And I don't notice a huge difference in the texture of what I'm baking, but if you're very particular about that sort of thing, then maybe add this on top of what they recommend in the flour and then add maybe a little bit more liquid. It gave me a real peace of mind knowing that this was out there, that I could just buy it and add it to the food, and and little B doesn't even notice that it's there. So Baby Brain Organics, I'll leave the link below for this. I'm going to leave the links below for everything. Okay, my fourth thing, I'll make this my fourth thing. I was going to do last, but I've never been a makeup person ever in my life. I was never good at it. I could never get it right. So I just avoided it. As a 33-year-old woman, I just totally avoided it. If anything, I would throw on a bit of mascara and maybe a bit of lip gloss, and that was my day. For 13 months, I rarely looked in the mirror because I didn't care what I looked like. One of the things that I realized going back to work, though, was that I needed concealer. the bags under your eyes as a parent, I mean, I don't know about all of you, but I needed a little bit of help. So I went to Sephora, which is probably the scariest place on the planet, the most intimidating place on the planet for someone who doesn't wear makeup. And I asked some sales girl there for some help, and she suggested this to me. This is the Giorgio Armani Maestro Dark Circle Concealer. It sounds like it would be really, really heavy, a dark circle concealer. To me, when I hear those words, I think, oh my god, it's going to be really heavy. But it is so incredibly light. It's like an airbrush, basically. It feels, to me, it looks like my under eyes have been airbrushed. It's made an impact on me because now I have a little bit more confidence in being in public all the time, every day. But this one is the first real coverage makeup product that I have been impressed with like this in my life. So again, it's the Giorgio Armani Maestro Eraser Dark Circle Concealer. I can't believe that I just gave like tips on makeup. That's so weird. My final thing, my number 5, top 5 thing for things that have made a real impact on my life, or a real difference in my life over these last 13 months. It's not something that I can show you, but I want to talk about briefly. I'm sure a lot of you new moms and all you pregnant ladies out there know about Baby Center. It's a really good resource, an online resource for moms and for pregnant women as well to go to just with any questions they have, because God knows, as a pregnant woman or a new mom, you have 1,000,001 different questions. Baby Center for me was the one place that I went to that I felt confident that I was going to find out information from professionals that I would be able to take to heart. Also on Baby Center, you can sign up for different forums, and one of the ones that I kind of fell into was a forum for women expecting babies in fall of 2012. The thing with Baby Center is, because it's a really big website and it reaches out everywhere, it's pretty strictly regulated. Not that us ladies wanted to go off and like swear and offend each other, but we wanted to be a bit more open with our discussions. So one of the ladies took the initiative to start a private Facebook group. This group has been really, really important to me. I'm checking in with these ladies every day, at least once a day, just to see how we're all doing. I feel like I can ask them anything. And now that our babies are older and a lot of them are pregnant with their second babies, it's not just about baby stuff. It's about relationships. It's about, hobbies. We do Secret Santa. Being able to ask any question as a new mom. You don't want to be afraid to ask the silliest, what seems at the time like the silliest question. I also love to be able to give my 2 cents and my advice to these ladies. They are inspirational. They are compassionate. They are just like me. And they're just like you, too. If you're someone out there that's looking for support, if you're a pregnant woman, if you're a new mom, and you haven't joined a group like this, I highly, highly recommend that you either search one out or you take the initiative and start your own. As a new mom, the more support you have, the better, and the easier it's going to be for you, and it will really, really, really help you in the long run, I promise. So I want to thank you ladies if you're watching. I really do. It's been a pleasure. That is my first top 5 list. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I really look forward to next week and doing next week's top 5 list. Bye. Thanks guys. Take care.